Let's have now the sixth law of exponent. Let's have the quotient rule. So here we have, let's say, a raised to the power of m all over a raised to n. The answer here, or the result, would become a raised to the difference of the two exponents. Remember that we are going to subtract exponents when you are dividing to the same bases. And this result will only be followed if the exponent of your numerator is greater than the exponent found under the denominator. So you're going to use this. So a raised to the difference between m and n if m is greater than n. Then, if we have, let's say, a raised to the power of n divided by a raised to n is equal to 1 all over a raised to the difference between n and m if m is lesser than n. Then the next, let's say we have a raised to m all over a raised to n. This would be equal to 1. Let's say a raised to 0 or 1 if m is equal to n. So this is the quotient rule if you are talking about the sixth law of exponent. You're going to use this simplification if m is greater than n. And you are going to use the following one if m is lesser than n. Then if m and n, if both are equal, then the result would be equal to 1. Let's have an example. So let's say we have 2 raised to the power of 16 all over 2 raised to 13. So you need to notice your exponents found in your numerator. If it is higher than the exponent found in your denominator, then you are going to use this one. So now we will be getting, we simply have to copy our base. Our base here is 2. 2 raised to the difference between 16 and 13. So the answer now, 2 raised to 16 minus 13, it is 3. And 2 cubed is equal to 8. Okay, so this is the answer. We manifested the first law under your quotient rule. If the exponent found in your numerator is far greater than your exponent found in your denominator. Okay, let's have the next. Let's say we have x raised to the power of 15 all over x raised to the power of 20. So this will become, you just have to copy your base x, that would be your base, but take note, your exponent in your denominator is greater than the exponent found in your denominator, right? So what are we going to do then? So this would become now, you need to have your numerator of 1. That's it. Then, you just have to subtract the exponent found in your denominator. So we have 20 minus 15. So this will become now 1 all over x raised to the power of 5. As you notice, your exponent in your numerator is lesser than your exponent found in your denominator. So we are going to manifest or follow your second rule, which applies under the quotient rule. Then the next, let's say we have c raised to the power of 7 all over c raised to the power of 7. This would be equal to 1. Because it is 1 because if you will simplify c raised to the power of 7, then minus 7, this is equal to c raised to 0. And as what I told you about negative exponent, that any variable, any constant, when raised to the power of 0, it would always result to 1. So we have here the answer, this equal to 1. Then let's have now the last rule, law of exponent. This would be raising a quotient to a power. So let's say we have the nth power of the quotient of a and b. So the answer here is we just have to distribute your exponent n to your different bases. So we have a raised to n, then b raised to n. As simple as that. Just distribute your exponent to your base found in your numerator, then distribute your n as well as the exponent using the base in your denominator. So let's say we have an example here. Let's say we have 2 all over 3, or the cube of 2/3. This will become 2 cube all over 3 cube. And simplifying this further, we have 8 all over 27. That's it. Another example, let's say we have x squared all over y cubed, then raised to the power of 4. So here we have x raised to the product of 2 times 4 all over y. Use the exponent of y, which is 3, then you multiply it by the main exponent 4. So we have x raised to the power of 8 all over y raised to the power of 12. Another, let's say we have 2x squared all over 5y cubed raised to the power of 3. So this will become 2 cubed x raised to the power of 2, and it will be multiplied by 3 all over. We have 5 cubed, then y raised to 3 times 3. So this would become 2 cubed x raised to the power of 6 all over 5 cubed, then y raised to the power of 9. Simplifying this further, we will have now 8 x raised to the power of 6, and 5 cubed is what? 5 times 5 is 125, y raised to the power of 9. So this is now the last law of exponent. This is what we call raising a quotient to a power, while this is the quotient rule. That's it. Thank you.